And I just want to, just talk about All Out real quick. He disses Jay-Z, and then he said, Mobb Deep, little young guys, juvenile delinquents, bang, bang, you dead. Biggie, bang, you dead. Puffy, bang, you dead. And you knew some of these guys. Like, you knew Puffy.
I knew Puffy, but I wasn't involved in any. That's not mine. That's not
right.
Mine.
But it's he's on your track that you're producing, and he's basically
I think
threatening
back then
to kill.
it was different. I didn't realize beef had just started then, right? Real beef. It's not like today where you're going to go where there's beefs and they know they're beefing. I had no idea that that was even taking place at that time. So,
right. And, like you said, you produced Smile, which ended up getting redone with Scarface.
Yes.
Later on.
Yeah.
Ended up being a big hit. Hell for a Hustler, Let's Get It On.
Well, let's go to the Hell for a Hustler, which features Jay Valentine. He's an artist that was on Jay Records.
Yep, I know Jay Valentine.
So Jay's my guy, and I'll probably end up doing his podcast in a couple of weeks, the R&B podcast with Tank, because they're part of the Underdogs, and we'll get into that. So Jay wrote the first Underdog song, so keep that in mind. So I got Jay a deal at Atlantic. At that point, so that was the next big deal. After that, I got Jay a deal at Atlantic, and then there was Babyface. So we can kind of talk about it.
Got it. And for Let's Get It On, that was done for Mike Tyson to come out during the fight with Bruce Seldon. And I remember when we interviewed Mike Tyson, he said to this day, he still feels guilty over 2Pac dying because he pressured Pac to come down there. He really wanted, he wanted that song, and he wanted Pac to come out, in the ring with him and everything else like that.
I feel a little guilty about him coming to the fight, me pressuring him for the day. Hey, bring the tape, don't forget the tape, And I was going to go out with him that night. I promised to go to 662 with him that night. But I just had a little baby, and her mother was provoking me to stay home, so I stayed with the baby, and then someone called me that night and told me that happened. And this is just what we do. I come to my senses, I come to my objectivity, and I know who I am. I know what my element's about. In my world, this is what happens in my world. This is what happens in my world. That was part of my world, this happens. But just because it was 2Pac and I was attached to it, it was different.
Yeah, I mean, they had a big, I don't know, I mean, that probably is true. Pac may have not gone to the fight, but I know Suge had a big party at his own club